Hi guys, back in the shed with a new perry to try again today. We're in a bit of a perry thing at the moment. We did Cummaddick thorn perry, we did Ross and Y thorn perry, and today we're going to do 2019. I've never tried this before, first time I've had a chance to try it. 2019 Barnet, Brandy and Winnal's Longden from Gregg's Pit. There you go. You can tell it's a perry from Gregg's Pit because it's got the green label. If it's a cider, they've got the red label. It's that beautiful woodcut that James had done by a local woodcutter. 5.5% alcohol on this. So yeah, got this last week along with all the other stuff I've been trying. Haven't had a chance to try it yet. I'm going to do another perry tomorrow, and tomorrow I'm going to do the Betty Prosser 2019. It's a super rare varietal, critically rare varietal. Let's open this up. It's not super cold, so hoping it doesn't blow up in my face. Let's find out. Makes quite exciting viewing, doesn't it? When things blow up in the presenter's face. Presenter, whatever I am. Blow up your talks. Didn't blow up my face. Way! Okay, so that should have been a bit colder perhaps. So that made for good TV, didn't it? I've lost about a third of the bottle. So next time I open this, I'm going to chill it right down. So there you go, folks. That's why you should chill down your sparkling beverages before you open them. Okay. Look, I'm in my shed. It's on the shed floor. It doesn't matter. It'll dry out. Right. Let's try it anyway. As you can see, amazing mousse, as was with the cider that we tried from him the other day. So lighter in colour. Perry is always going to be lighter in colour. This is unfiltered. We can see this already. So again, this is sort of done in the pet nat style, not keeved. You can't keeve pears. They won't keeve. They don't have the necessary enzymes to do it. Something along those lines. A cider maker told me recently. But because they have something called sorbitol in them, they're always going to be a little bit sweet. Although the thorns that we had were bone dry. But sorbitol is like it's not actually technically a sugar. It's like a sugar alcohol, something like that. I can't remember exactly. But it's perceived as sweet. And pears have sorbitol. And it's non-fermentable. So depending on how much sorbitol you have in the pear is going to determine how dry, off-dry, sweet your perries are going to be. So yeah, most perries are going to have a little bit of sweetness to them. Okay, so there it is. Look at that. Hazy, sort of lemony, very pale gold perhaps, hint of sort of yellow. Hazy, lots of bubbles. Let's have a sniff. I can kind of smell it already actually because it's all over the floor and kind of me as well actually. Oh, the worst things happen. Let's see. Bit of funk in there for sure, which I like. That sort of volcanic sulphur sort of funk. Hint of fruit, very delicate. Not massively fruity on the nose. And there's a hint of acidity like pear drops, I would like to say. It's quite a round, rich smell. Actually, it's getting sort of rounder and richer as I smell it. Yeah, delicate. But yeah, it's that sulphurousness I'm getting primarily because the pear's so delicate. Doesn't smell bad though, it smells interesting. Let's have a taste. Cheers. Okay, so nothing like as acid as the thorns that we've tried the previous two tastings. Much more rounder, softer, gentler. There is acidity there, absolutely is. That lemony lactic acidity, but it's super aggressive. But it's there, which is nice. It almost smells a little bit pastry-like on the nose. Yeah. So those rich fine bubbles, that moussiness gives it a lovely mouthfeel, fills your palate. Nice acidity, hint of fresh pear, I want to say. There is a hint of something like butter or pastry in there as well. Really nice. Some perries can be a bit too austere, I find. You know, it's called it's like the English prosecco, some people can't describe it as. Which isn't that complimentary because most prosecco's actually bloody bland as anything. You know, you pay 10 quid a bottle. This costs less than 10 quid a bottle. It tastes twice as good as almost any prosecco I've ever had. Nice, refreshing. Nose is big, rich. That sulphurous thing's definitely there. But there's a rounded fruitiness coming through now, actually. Like pear drops, but with like a subtle buttery pastry edge to it, I want to say. And the pear I had last year from James had a similar thing. It was like a buttered pear thing. It's not obviously buttery this, but there is an element of that to it. I'm surely dairy kind of thing. But really nicely balanced with the acidity. Not too much. And the merest hint of sweetness. Just there. This is by no means sweet. There's just a hint of sweetness in there, which is nice actually. I like the sugar. I do like sugar. I like bone dry, but then when I get a bit of sugar, I'm like, oh, hey, there's the sugar. I kind of like that. You know. So yeah, nice, balanced, rounded, refreshing. I like it. This is a nice perry, and as you can see, you could probably use it in place of champagne if you really wanted to. I'm going to have to clean the floor of my shed. Let's try it with, after, is it 5 days in the shed now, this bit of Comté? 6 days, I don't know. It was 30 odd degrees in here today, so this has really gone through the mill, this bit of cheese. Let's try it. Another sip of this. Oh, it's nice. Actually, it's grown on me. That pear drop thing's getting more pronounced in the glass. There's a lot of oil on the piece of paper that I've put it on. You can see, it's like, let me just lift this up. You can see the oil dripping off that bit of paper. That's oil that's come out of the cheese. So, on a serious note, this has been an interesting exercise. So what happens when hard cheeses get really hot is they sweat. And what they're sweating out is fat. And fat equates to flavour. But also it changes the texture of the cheese when the fat comes out. So what I've been detecting, and yesterday I suspected as well, it starts to get like a floury texture. So there's no need to worry about it going off or spoiling. There's no pathogens going to live in a cheese like this. There's not enough moisture in there for pathogens to live. There's not. It's not an environment that they like. Hard cheeses. If you want to, a lot of people when they buy cheese because they're pregnant or whatever, if someone comes into the shop and says, I'd like some pasteurised cheese, 9 times out of 10, they're either pregnant, or they're pasteurised. No, they're pregnant, or they're buying it for somebody who's pregnant. And it's a total myth, the pasteurisation thing. Not true at all. BMA agrees with me. NHS agrees with me. Science agrees with me. It's not about that. Pathogens are not good competitors. First off, if you have milk with lots of healthy bacteria in, like raw milk, actually, there's a suggestion to say that actually, if it's clean, pathogens are going to struggle to actually compete with healthy bacteria in that milk. That aside, with cheese, it's about acidity and moisture. So high acidity, low moisture, pathogens don't like it, won't live in there. So hard cheeses basically. Low acid, high moisture, soft cheeses for the most part, mould ripened cheeses, creamy cheeses, they're the sort of environments where pathogens can live quite happily. Okay, so you're talking about things like blue cheese, where it's broken down by the mould, so the pH goes up, acidity goes down as the moulds break the cheese down, and also the softer cheeses, they've got more moisture in them. That's why they're soft. So more available moisture, less acidity. That's when you're going to have problems. Okay, harder cheese like this, less so. That's why I'm happy to have this in the shed for like 5 days, 6 days, and eat it. It's not going to do any harm. The quality is going down a little, but that's about it. So yeah, so if you're buying cheese from who's pregnant, you want to go for harder cheeses, older, harder cheeses, because pathogens just will not live in them. It's not a good environment for them. Okay, so on that note, let's try this. Still tastes great. It still tastes great. Nice. The flavour is still good in that cheese. It really is. But the texture has gone a little floury. It's not as dense and smooth and pliant as it was when it was fresh. But still, no problem. And actually, you know what? That's got quite nice acidity, which balances with that. A little bit of sugar, that's quite a sweet cheese. Really nice bubbles, which is scrubbing the fats off my palate. I actually think of the ones I've tried so far, I think that's the best one to pair. And I did say with the others I felt like something a little richer would do better. That is a little richer, and it is doing better. I'm going to pour out a little bit more. Love James, love his ciders and perries, really do. It's exciting for me to try this. And I've been wanting to get into this one, but I've had so many other things to try. I've been putting it off. But one more go. Excuse me. Yeah, nice. And last year's perry that I had actually I thought was a little undercarbonated, because it's pet nat, so it's bottling it at a certain time when the sugars are at a certain level, and then letting the fermentation like finish in bottle. But you've got to guess right when to bottle it, you know, because that's going to determine how much sugar's left in there. That's going to ferment in the bottle. That's going to give you the bubbles. You know, you can have too. It's very easy to get too little or too much. So yeah, I think it's just right this time. Cool, nice, like it, good stuff. Right, so on that note, I'll be back tomorrow with another perry. It's going to be the Betty Prosser this time, and that's another richer perry as well. And I think that's going to work quite well with this as well, because the richness should have some acidity, but the richness I think will work again with this. This bit of Comté, this poor bit of Comté, this innocent piece of Comté that I'm putting through the mill. But yeah, anyway, I hope you'll join me for that tasting. And until then, I'd like to say goodbye and cheers.